Hey guys, this is Jeff with Wiseman Automotive, and I want to show you my setup for transferring used engine oil. If you look up top there, I actually have a waste oil furnace in my shop, and so I am burning used motor oil, used transmission oil, power steering fluid um, to get basically it's free heat more or less, and it's also a good way to recycle it, make sure it doesn't end up back in the earth. So one thing I do sometimes is I'll go to a friend of mine's shop who he doesn't have a waste oil furnace and he may have some used oil for me. To do this, I don't want to pick up heavy drums. So here is the system I've come up with. I will give my friend a 55-gallon drum just like this one, and he'll leave it at his house. And as long as I have compressed air and an empty 55-gallon drum, I'm good to go. So I'll take this 55-gallon drum, I'll put it on the back of my truck, and I'll strap it down. I'll take this whole apparatus with me when I go. What I do is I go to my friend's house, and I'll stick this air-operated transfer pump into his tank on the ground. I'll put this end, the other end of the hose, into my tank on the truck, and then I'll apply air to it. It will actually pressurize the tank and push that used oil into the back of my truck. Now, this does take a little finesse getting it going, but it's better than sitting there cranking with your hand all the time. And I really do like the system. Let me show you what I come up with. So again, I went to Harbor Freight, got a cheap dolly, didn't need anything too heavy duty, nothing too expensive. I got a hose reel for your garden hose, just clamped on here with hose clamps to hold the 1-inch transfer hose. I've got a used bucket to stick that in so the oil doesn't leak everywhere. And I got this little clamp here to hold the transfer pump in. So what you do is you unravel this hose a little bit here. You take this guy right here and you stick him over into in here, okay? You then take and twist this on there. You'll twist and twist until and get a nice good seal. Make sure you don't cross thread. You take this end right here, take that end, you put it on the end of my truck, in the barrel of my truck. Then what you do is you take compressed air, and what it does, it pressurizes the 55-gallon drum, and it'll push that oil out and up into the back of the truck. Now, if you see how this barrel is kind of rocking, is because I've pressurized this tank, and it kind of made it a little bit lopsided. So it will kind of expand the tank a little bit. It will not explode it because I do have a regulator on here to keep that from happening. If the weather is cold outside and the oil is real thick, it's going to take a little longer. You're going to need a good air compressor with a big tank on it, not something small like a little pancake compressor. You'll wear it out. But this is a good system for transferring the oil without having to lift the jug. I don't want to lift heavy jugs anymore. I've had enough of that. The line I'm using is called, this is a farm fuel transfer hose, and it's a 1-inch diameter. You're going to need some pretty big diameter to move that thick engine oil. Once it gets done, all this right here goes up and down, by the way. Like, I like to leave this up a little bit, leave the last 4 inches or so in the tank, because that's where all the sludge is, and I don't want that nasty engine oil sludge burning through my oil burner. So once you're done, you disconnect the hose, let the air bleed out. You turn this right here, take it off of there. You pull this up. This is usually kind of covered in oil. Sometimes I'll take a rag and wipe that down, and I'll transfer it over here as quick as I can. And then I'll put it here. And I'll take my little pin here. Kind of jostle it around a little bit here. All right, that keeps that from falling off. I stick this in that was in the hose in my truck. I put another little hole in my container here, and then just roll your transfer line up like this. And now everything's in a sealed uh, containment area, and it's got wheels where you can roll it around. You can lift this up real easy, put it in the back of a truck, and that is my system for gathering used motor oil. Let me know what you think. What do you guys use? Like I said, I know you can hand crank it, sit there and do that all day, and that's fine. I like to basically add air to this, and then once it gets rolling, I can kind of walk away for a little bit just to make sure. I usually stay in the area, make sure it doesn't the hose doesn't pop out. But other than that, that's what I do. So let me know what you guys think. Does anybody else have a better system than this? I'd love to know. All right, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Share this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Hey, just one more thing on the used engine oil is I want to let you know that you can take it to about 3 or 4 different places. One place is like my local AutoZone at one time. They had a spot where you could take your used engine oil. They would accept that. Another thing is you could maybe talk to a dealership or independent shop, and maybe you can find somebody that would take your used engine oil so that way they can have the free heat from it. And the other thing is that our landfill here local, they actually have 2 tanks, one tank for used antifreeze and one tank for used engine oil. So you can dump it in there, it's free of charge, and they will go and recycle it. So those are the things you can do with any hazardous waste or used oil that you have generated. Those are the places you can take it. So thank you for watching my videos. Please like, subscribe, share this video, all that good stuff. And God bless the USA. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.